I don't know. Who are you representing?
I'm a member of the Florida Association of Ticket Brokers. My name is Michael Lipman. I'm President, CEO of Tickets of America.
I think Representative Kerr wants your cell phone number.
No problem. I'm also President, CEO of White Glove International. White Glove International is a sports management company. We represent over 100 NFL athletes, providing sports marketing, and we provide the whole event experience for the fans, Fortune 500 companies, and so forth. And my third hat is I have a local radio show weekly with Sid Rosenberg on 790 Sports Radio in South Florida, and I have a national radio show as the ticket expert for Fox Sports Radio Thursday with Andrew Siciliano and Kate Delaney Saturday. So I am an expert in the ticket industry, and I've been doing this since my days at Boston University, right next to Fenway Park. So I do know the business. I do know how the financial arrangements work, and I'm very excited to be in front of the committee, and I thank you for inviting me to be in front of the committee today. Let's start off, and a lot of things have been said on both sides, and I'd like to, clear up the industry, and I'm going to be honest, and I'm going to be upfront, and I'm an open book. In the old days, you would stand out in line, and I loved U2, Van Halen, Bon Jovi, and at 10 o'clock, if I was first in line, I would get front row seats. If I was second in line, I'd get second row seats. If I was third in line, I'd probably get fourth or fifth row seats. Well, unfortunately, in 2006, when they changed the bill, the whole industry changed. And it really makes me sad because, like Representative Gelber, who has two daughters, and like my customer, Jorge Pedraza, has an 8-year-old daughter. I have a 10-year-old son that loves Hannah Montana, that loves to go to shows, and I, as an experienced ticket reseller, was shut out for the Hannah Montana show. That's right, I was shut out, and I'm one of the largest players in the country. And let me walk you through the process of how this works. And I hate to use Hannah Montana as an example, but I'm going to use another example that's not as popular, Kanye West, that went on sale 2 weeks ago. Okay? And this is how it works. On Wednesday, prior to the sale, there's 3 people involved: the promoter, the venue, and Ticketmaster. And the 3 of them sit down and they decide what the price point's going to be and how to maximize the dollar. Wednesday, prior to the sale, they have a Ticketmaster auction. And it is not an auction like eBay. This auction is closed. In eBay, they say who the bidders are, what the starting price is, usually is a low price. They start at a higher price, and they don't even disclose who's bidding on it. So this is an opportunity before they go on sale where they can sell the premium seats at the highest amount of money. And they have a profit sharing with the venues, with the promoters. Instead of making a service charge as the primary, $3 on a $50 ticket, they're splitting 50-50 with the promoter or whatever the financial arrangements they negotiate. So if the ticket goes for $1,000, not $50, they're making $450 profit. So obviously, you know where their motive is. Their motive is to maximize the dollar. Now, also they're using this auction prior to the Saturday 10 o'clock on sale to know what the threshold price is, what they can price the premium seats. So instead of putting it on sale to the public, they can 5 minutes later put it on their ticket exchange at what price the market will bear. And once again, it's the profit sharing.
Getting real close on time, and I don't want to cheat Representative Gelber out of his close.
Thank you.
So thank you.
Okay, I'll speed up the process, sure. So the tickets go on sale at 10 o'clock, and they say it's sold out. A 20,000-seat venue is sold out, when they are holding back at times as high as 70 to 80% of the seats. And they are using these premium seats to put in their auctions and their ticket exchange. To me, that is not a free market. To me, the consumers are the ones getting ripped off. These are taxpayers. We, as taxpayers, pay for these venues. These billionaire owners get tax rebates, and they are not doing the best interests of the consumer. And this bill protects the consumer and protects the season ticket holders who can sell to their next door neighbor, and they don't have to have a team say, you have to sell a Miami Heat premium seat, okay, for face value, which might be $1,000 face value, when the real market value, when the team is the worst team in the NBA at 20 and 30 cents on the value. That is artificially inflating the price, and that's not what this is about.
Mr. Lipman, thank you. Thank you for being here today. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Representative Nelson, you're recognized for a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to vote time certain, please.
Okay. At 11:14?
14.
Now, members, motion on the table to vote time certain at 11:14. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. We'll show the time certain in place. We have one other person wanting public testimony. If you don't mind just waving whichever position you are. It's Jeff Johnston. Is he here? Okay, thank you, Mr. Johnson. Representative, first, how about debate? We have 2 minutes of debate. Representative Kerr.
I just quickly want to state that I hope that we all vote yes in this very, very good bill. It is a very good consumer-friendly bill, and I'll tell you why. For me personally, it's extremely important. I misspoke a little before. I personally didn't spend the $1,300 to buy that ticket. No, but my niece, who's 12 years old, did. For 2 years, she saved, not for the Hannah Montana concert, every Christmas, every birthday, she'd save her money over and over and over. Then the Hannah Montana tickets, she was coming into concert, and all her friends were going. She was excited about going, and my niece wanted to do that because she's a huge fan of Hannah Montana, who is her big idol. I'm getting the way to narrow it down for my leader, so I'll stop. But I just want to state that it's very unfair that our parents and our kids are forced to spend an ungodly and unfair amount of money on tickets that they should be able to buy at the beginning. I just hope we vote yes. I think it's a great bill. Thank you, Representative Gelber, for bringing it.
Representative Galvano in debate.
Yes, 15 seconds. Members, this is an industry that is very complicated, has several layers to it. I think the most important thing we heard today is that it's driven from the top down, the intellectual property of the artist. As a taxpayer and citizen of Florida, you are not entitled to any type of access to a venue. It's simple supply and demand economics. And I think this bill is in response to some people having been on the unhappy side of free market.
Okay, members, you've heard the debate. Representative Gelber, you're recognized for a 90-second close.
I will use it all. Look, let's be very clear. This bill doesn't do anything that's being represented to you that it does from the folks that don't like it. What you have is you have a group that says they're holding back, and you have a group that says we're not holding back. My answer is, well, let's put some transparency. Just announce in a public venue that's paid for with tax dollars what the number of tickets are. I'll do anything to make sure nobody's caught within the sweep of that improperly. If they're right, it won't matter, and if they're right, people will see. It doesn't regulate it. It simply says give transparency to the marketplace. It outlaws a practice that is this computer-generated stuff, which is patently wrong. There's an injunction against already that some states have made illegal and go against, and we should do here in Florida. And it creates a level playing field for everyday purchasers. That's the problem right now. Everybody wants their cut, and the consumer is having to pay for all of it. All these exchanges that people are creating, they don't tell you what the percent. They get 15, 25, 30% of the ticket, some of these resellers. They're not simply a third-party platform. They literally are a partner in the sale to a consumer. This is an anti-competitive practice, and all this bill does is say we stand with consumers. We stand with everyday people. If they're going to come to public venues, if they're going to come to state-supported venues, nobody's not going to come here because somebody has to announce how many tickets are on sale and how many are being held back. And if they're not coming here because they're so ashamed of the amount that's being held back, well then, maybe people ought to know. Anyway, look, this is I know where this is going, but I want to tell you something. People are upset about this, and I think rightfully so. And this is not this is a very constrained attempt to add transparency and fairness to the marketplace. I urge you to support it.
Thank you, Representative Gelber. The Administrative Assistant, please call the roll.